great power comes great responsibility, and that entails standing up to your bullies. Maybe that's why Peter Parker finally decided to give his landlord a piece of his mind.
You'll get your rent when you fix this damn door!
But wait, what if he needed the rent to fix that damn door? Did you think about that, Toby? Well, did ya, punk?
Well, do you, punk?
Well, it's not like Bully Maguire's the gold standard when it comes to heroism anyway, is he? We've already got plenty of superpowered men and women who never shy away from taking on rude, mean oppressors.
Well, I've been, working out.
Just look at Captain America. He hates bullies regardless of their demographic. Keeping that in mind, today I'm giving you my top 10 moments when superheroes stood up to bullies in the movies.
Probably just me when I'm good and ready.
Kal-El ain't the kind of guy you try to pick a fight with at a bar, but clearly this dude's been living under a rock. Clark Kent saves his lady friend from getting harassed by this 2-bit piece of trash, but he continues to make him fume by pouring his drink all over the Man of Steel. Don't you know, the Superman's totally sober? If you're looking for beer showers, why don't you hang out with alcoholics like Wolverine and Thor? Anyway, good old Clark knows he can't show off his super strength in front of so many people, so he keeps it calm and walks away. Although I've got to say, he was being a bit too nice here. Well, at least he gets back at the jerkface by thrashing his massive truck and sticking it up a tree almost as if he crucified the machine. Jesus Christ, that's savage. See what I did there?
Or what? Tough guy?
Or... Gonna have to ask you to leave.
That's Spider-Man. Last night on the Manhattan Bridge, he saved 12 lives. We want to hear your...
Who do you think pays the bills for all the damages he caused?
This is amazing. As good as new, right?
Andrew Garfield is an absolute darling, and I'm not just saying it for those hee-hee memes. That's more of Michael Jackson's department, you know. Although it's kind of alarming how similar these two sound. If there's something we can all agree on, it's that he was a totally underrated Spider-Man, and I'm not just referring to the butt-kicking aspect. For instance, you remember the scene where he scares away a bunch of no-good brats who are bullying a poor nerd. Not only does he save the little kid, he also repairs his science project and congratulates him on doing such a good job. Bruh, that is such a wholesome moment, and it just made my heart melt. I gotta admit, the man might go over the top when it comes to cracking backs. Sorry, Gwen. But at least he's got a heart of gold. Say it, Andrew. You're amazing. Say it.
And I'm gonna do oral with you.
All night? I want to hear
I'm gonna over and over again, all night long.
Peter, join us.
I gotta my aunt. But I'm gonna catch up later. Thank you.
Brett, stop!
Hey.
Yep, this movie was gonna find its way in here because, well, come on, it's filled with school kids fighting evil dudes, right? The scene in question here is the one where poor little Freya gets beaten up by those random kids who were so forgettable that I never even bothered to remember their names. Joke, I know it's Freddy's gang. They really go to town on the kid, and that's when Billy shows up to beat the bullies. Well, kind of. He smacks Freddy and his buddies with a crutch, which makes you question the purpose of such a device in the first place. I mean, is it supposed to help you walk or prevent others from walking? Either way, Billy does the right thing and leads the bullies away from Freya, although he might have been running for his own life here. Also, I know it's a little cringy to include Eugene nunchucking his own face, but it did get a laugh out of me, so I'm not going to give him a hard time about it.
My name is Shazam. Say it!
Shazam!
Yes! Carry my name, and with it you carry all my powers. The wisdom of acid, the strength of acid, the speed of acid.
Change? Yeah. Big change.
Talbot, yeah? You're making me angry.
Speaking of forgettable characters, here's Glenn Talbot, or at least that's what I think his name was in the movie. The dude's just there for this one scene where he bullies Bruce for a bit so that he can give us the iconic line, "You're making me angry." Karma speeds up on Glenn way too fast, and Bruce transforms into the Hulk thanks to a questionable CGI technique that clearly hasn't aged well. The tables turned quicker than a Karen asking for the manager, and the bullied has now become the bully. Honestly speaking, I'm surprised Glenn managed to survive the attack when he clearly deserved the Loki treatment. Who knows, maybe he'll show up in a future Marvel property like Dodgson did in the latest Jurassic World movie. Yeah, you remember Dodgson, right? Nope, me neither. Well, at least we got to see that weird dogfight scene after this.
I've been working out.
It's not often that you're going to see freaking Superman as the victim of a bullying crime, but the 80s were a wild time for experimentation, and I'm not talking about the nasty kind, if you know what I mean. After giving up his powers to that weird Kryptonian sunlight, Clark decides that he's going to spend the rest of his life with Lois as a mortal. Who knew the great Kal-El was such a simp? Anyway, his happiness doesn't last for long as he immediately gets bullied by a truck driver named Rocky in a diner, and it makes him feel like less of a man. Yeah, exactly. It happens to the best of us, bro. Luckily, our hero gets his powers back and returns to the diner to get some sweet revenge, and probably some coffee to go with it too, I imagine. I know Superman's used to fighting super powerful beings, but there's something really liberating about a jerk getting a taste of his own medicine.
Lois, don't be insane.
What?
If you'd been wrong, Clark Kent would have been killed.
With a blank? Gotcha.
Give it up, Parker.
Why did you take it from me? How about this?
Flash, take it.
The Amazing Spider-Man makes yet another entry in the top 5 with some smooth basketball skills that even bamboozled Flash Thompson, that is. The DC Flash has got his own problems to deal with nowadays. We all know this Sigma male douchebag loves to make fun of the nerds, but Peter ain't leaving him the last laugh this time as he toys around with him using a basketball that Flash seems to be weirdly obsessed with. You okay, bro? I'm sure your school's got a lot of other balls you can play with. Yeah, I know how it sounds, but I am being serious here. After Peter's done having his fun, he decides to pull off his own version of a slam dunk and mostly nails it. I mean, he could have avoided the collateral damage, right? But just look at these moves. Watch out, LeBron James. We've got a new champion in the house. Well, as long as you make sure the hoops are Spidey-proof, of course.
Can I come in? Yeah. She's pretty.
At least no one's gonna pay to ride.
How can I create a list about bullying and not have Wolverine on it? That's right, it's just simply not possible.
Grow those back.
Yeah, you can Patrick Bateman me all you want, but I ain't changing my ways. Now, while you wouldn't normally associate Logan as a victim of some random meanies, he's kinda underpowered in this movie, so he's not exactly in the mood to fight and is pretty much a sitting duck compared to his sassier persona. But idiots are gonna be idiots. So the bike gang tries to establish the male urge to prove a point using gratuitous violence. That's when the Wolverine comes to his senses and takes them down one by one, although he does struggle and takes a lot of damage in the process. But man, the outcome looks damn bloody if you ask me. Well, I guess Australians are very passionate about teaching social lessons, even if it means killing the ones you're trying to teach. I gotta ask you, Jackman, if this is a result of chilling with too many alligators in his pool. When Arnold Schwarzenegger asks you for your clothes, I think you should just do it and avoid any kind of resistance. That wasn't the case in the Terminator sequel, as a biker dude tries to fight back against the Austrian muscle factory with his buddies. Yeah, you know that's a bad idea.
You forgot to say please.
The cyborg assassin cum savior gives everyone a nice whooping before he finally gives up his nudist ways and dresses up in a super sick outfit. Why does it fit so much better on him than it did on that biker guy? Oh yeah, I forgot about all the hunkiness. From the looks of it, I don't think the ladies in that club would mind if he continued to go commando for the rest of the movie. See what I did there? But a man's gotta do what a man's gotta do. Also, I gotta shout out the moment where he stands up to the dude with the shotgun and steals his sunglasses as well. Now that's how you make a statement.
I need booty.
Stop it!
You think you're pretty funny, don't you, freak?
Man, Spidey loves fighting with Flash, doesn't he? This one's an OG scene with the OG Spidey and an OG Flash Thompson, even though he's kind of forgotten in today's era. Peter's fresh off that non-CGI food tray scene with Mary Jane, and he's feeling good about himself till he accidentally spills the beans on Flash. I don't know what's gotten into me today. Anyway, the school's famed bully isn't just gonna sit there and get insulted by a nerd.
I don't want to fight you, Flash.
I wouldn't want to fight me neither.
So he sneaks up on him like any other coward would, and Spidey goes on to humiliate him in front of a live audience. The scene could have easily fit into a sitcom with the hilarious stunts Toby pulls off in the middle of the confrontation. Anyway, he gives Flash the perfect KO, but then the crowd looks at him like he's a freak. What's wrong with these people, man?
Jesus, Parker, you are a freak.
You guys literally gathered around to watch a nerd get beaten up by a jerk, but turn your backs on him after he wins. See, this is why Bully Maguire exists.
That taste. Strawberries.
Protected you in high school, now I'm gonna kick your little ass.
The hell are you supposed to be?
I'm vengeance.
Ah, yes, the Caped Crusader makes his first appearance straight at the top of the list. I don't need to explain Batman's motivations here. I'm sure all those viral TikTok videos have already done that. A gang of bullies with some bad Joker makeup tries to hurt a subway passenger, but their antics don't go very far because Bruce Wayne appears out of the dark to reassure them that he's not hiding in the shadows. He is the shadows. Of course, there's a little bit of bickering, but when we get to the good stuff where Batman combines his brute strength with creepy eyeliner to beat them down one by one. I don't even think he was trying to teach them a lesson here. That dude just wants an excuse to vent out his daddy issues. Well, at least that passenger came out of it all right.
I'm vengeance.
My back! Oh, my back!
And that's the list. Like, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and head over to the description below to gain exclusive access to my socials, Patreon, and Discord server. I'll see you next time on TV Regent.